In this election, you have heard many views and proposals from different parties. As you prepare to cast your vote on 3rd May, I ask that you consider, who do you trust to steer Singapore through this storm? All the opposition parties say this is the PAP's job. The PAP will form the government. The PAP will do the heavy lifting. They only want more seats in Parliament to have more alternative voices. More seats, but not more responsibility. So a vote for the opposition is not a free vote for more alternative voices in Parliament. There are real consequences. It could mean the loss of 3 to 4 cabinet ministers immediately. It could mean the loss of new candidates who could grow into your future leaders. A vote for the opposition is a vote to weaken the PAP team, and at a time when our country is facing serious and growing challenges. So I say to you tonight, if you believe in your heart of hearts that the PAP is still the best party to govern Singapore through these uncertain times, then please vote for us.
In a Straits Times article this April, a security officer said that grocery bills for his family of 5 have risen 20% from 3 years previously. And because he had to buy a laptop for his son's polytechnic studies, he had to skip lunch for half a month. Is this acceptable in Singapore? We believe that the Workers' Party's repeated queries in Parliament have pushed the government to help Singaporeans more than it otherwise would have. If you elect us into Parliament, we will continue to raise cost of living issues. It is fine if the PAP does not give us credit when they implement our suggestions, so long as Singaporeans benefit. If competition is good in principle, then competition in politics must also be good. The Workers' Party will continue to raise alternatives to government policies. Academics, industry experts, and the public can assess our alternatives, and with time, good suggestions may have to be implemented by the PAP because of pressure from various branches of society. If you believe that the PAP government has become more responsive to Singaporeans' concerns because of the checks that it faces in Parliament, we ask for your vote so that we can continue to engage the PAP in healthy competition.
We'll continue to be a strong check against the PAP if it tries to bulldoze through policies that you don't really want, like increasing the GST during a global pandemic or an ever-growing population. We will speak out against bad laws that can be abused, like POFMA. In the 14th Parliament, Ms. Hazel Paul and I questioned the government repeatedly on tough issues like the proposed sale of income insurance to Allianz and the minister's rental of bungalows at Rideau Road. We initiated 8 productive debates with the government on issues you care about, like public housing, foreign talent policy, public finances, and preserving our hawker culture. We do not oppose for the sake of opposing. We support the government when it is in the national interest. In 2011, Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam said, and I quote, "I think a strong opposition is good for the PAP and is good for Singapore as well." In the face of global uncertainty, we need more diverse voices in Parliament, not less.
The PAP appears determined to raise our GDP by increasing our population, both by attracting individuals who do not want to pay their fair share of taxes, as well as by exploiting low-wage migrant workers to drive down the wages of Singaporeans. In contrast, the Singapore Democratic Party has a vision of Singapore where everyone can thrive. It will not matter who you are, whether you're rich or poor, new citizen or old, able-bodied or disabled. We have a comprehensive set of policies covering healthcare, housing, population, economy, education, and climate change. Although there are only 11 SDP candidates standing for election, you can be assured that if elected, every one of us will raise these issues in Parliament to hold the government accountable. We will make sure that policy changes work for the people of Singapore rather than only for the elites living in palatial bungalows. The PAP has chosen to parachute some of its senior leaders to new constituencies at the very last minute for their own political agendas. In contrast, with much fewer resources, the SDP has been active in northern Singapore for the last 20 years.